I'm a professional bass angler, Bradley Roy. We're here in Kentucky, right where I grew up and learned to love the outdoors. I grew up catching fish and learning how to fish right here in this pond behind my house, and even learned how to chase a few whitetails right here in the great state of Kentucky. You guys come and go with me, and I'm gonna show you around. Every time I drive to a farm or a lease to get set up for deer hunting or to go hunting, it brings back memories, and just joy comes to mind, and it relaxes me, and that's where I get a lot of good thinking done too, because it's nothing but good memories. And growing up doing hunting and fishing is blessed, and couldn't ask for anything more than to grow up hunting and fishing. I don't know what it is about a one-lane road or an old gravel road, but it just seems like if there's something good, it's always at the end of a one-lane road, whether it's a boat ramp or a farm. I can remember this spring shooting a double on turkeys, big turkeys, with my brother-in-law right here. That's what's so cool to me about a farm, is just the memories you can make and the time you can have on it, and just right here, you know, the beans weren't standing here, and called turkeys in and shot 2 at one time, and that was pretty awesome. And now it's deer time, not turkey time, but it's just cool to all those memories come flooding back every time you pull into this place. This is Harrington Lake behind me, and this is where I grew up learning to fish. And there's probably no telling the number of tournaments, you know, the Tuesday nighters and the little jackpot tournaments that I've competed here. And you know, if you look at the grand scheme of things, Harrington's probably not that great of a place to fish, but to me it was home, and that my love of fishing and the passion that drives me grew right here on this lake. And it's still, every time I put my boat on this place, it brings back the memories, and just it's so much fun every time. It doesn't matter what you're catching and how big they are. It's the dream, and it's the chase and the challenge that you get presented every time you get on that water. This high school tournament is important for a lot of different reasons, but in my mind, one of the main reasons is giving back. And I was blessed with the opportunity growing up to have the ability to fish and be in the boat with my dad and different friends of his and anglers that fished, especially on Harrington and different lakes around the state of Kentucky. And I learned how to fish, and I was a product of a lot of different organizations and tournament trails and things that helped me develop my skills. And so whenever I had the ability and the sponsor base and people behind me that wanted to create a tournament with the Bradley Roy High School Open name on it, to me it was a no-brainer, because it's the chance to give back and create a good opportunity with a great things at the end of it. If teams go out and have a great tournament, you know, they're going to qualify for some national championships and get some cool prizes and maybe get recognized nationally. You know, if that's something we can do for them, that's great, because somebody did it for me, and I feel the responsibility. If it was done for me, then I've got to do it for somebody else. So in my mind, that's it. That's the #1 reason we're doing this, and I want to continue to do it, and I want to continue to grow it. I've got visions to see this tournament grow beyond Harrington. You know, Harrington's a great lake, but I want to see this where we've got so many we can't fit them all in Harrington, and we'll figure out where that goes from here. But to me, the important thing is about giving back. I can for sure catch one of this. These 2. Let's go. I can remember when I would just walk around this pond when I was younger all summer long, and I would even hold Bassmaster Classics in my own head. You know, I would set a weight that I would have to beat, and I would steal my dad's scales and come down here and weigh the fish and write them down and see if I could beat the weight that I wanted to have to catch and win the Classic. And this pond is where, pretty much for me, it all started. And these bass got to know me really well, and probably no telling how many times I caught them. Every day we'd probably catch the same bass over and over, and it's just been one of those places. It's a good one too. A lot of the techniques and the confidence that I have now probably came from this pond right here, just because, you know, whether it was in a magazine or on TV or whatever, I saw different professional anglers. If they did a certain technique that I'd never heard of before, I would rig it up and would come down here to this pond and get a bite. And I always think back to this place as being probably something that's helped my career just as much as anything, because I could always come here and get a bite, and really helped my confidence no matter what. That's still just as fun as it always was. I don't think it'll ever change either. If you see the passion that some of these high school anglers have for fishing and for where this sport has grown, it's unbelievable how many people we have in this building. We've basically outgrown this building, and I'm so excited for them to fish in this tournament, and it's just growing, and it's awesome, unbelievable. But we've got a lot of people in here, and we're going to have a great event.
God, embrace them, give them great safety, and a wonderful day. We ask you to bless each person here, give us your strength, and we'll give you the glory. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Over 130 boats this year, and it's so awesome. You know, that's the most boats we've ever had, and this thing has grown every year. And you know, for me, what we're doing today is we're going out and we're going to get some cool shots of these anglers fishing, these students fishing, and I'm usually on the other end. You know, the camera's usually pointed at me, and I'm the one fishing, and they're watching me. But so it's a neat thing for me to be in the boat and watch them. It's actually killing me because I'd like to be fishing, but it's a cool dynamic to be the one watching and taking the pictures and having the camera guy in the boat and watching some of these anglers grow up, because some of these have been in the Bradley Rural High School Open 5 and 6 times, or 4 and 5 times. They've fished in this same tournament and grow up. You know, we had Nick Ratliff, who won this event 3 or 4 years ago, and he went on to win the college Bassmaster national championship. He's going to the Bassmaster Classic. You know, those things are cool to me, because this is a tournament that me and my family put together, started, and to see that all come full circle, and have a guy that was here, you know, maybe grew up in this tournament and not necessarily got his start here, but you know, caught some fish in this tournament, maybe got nationally recognized through this tournament, and then to keep going. And that's what we hope that we can continue to do with this tournament. It's just pretty awesome to watch that.
I believe we have a new tournament leader. 4 fish that weigh 7.88. Give it up right here. All right, did you get the fish out? No, let's get this big fish. Hey, you outdid it. 116. Good job, guys. Way to go.
So that wraps up the 6th annual Bradley Roy High School Open, and great week, and that's kind of what it's like living in Kentucky, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love being here, and we've had great weather. You get all 4 seasons in one day. You know, you have different delays and things you got to put these anglers through, but that's part of tournament fishing and part of what they've got to learn for the tournament process. But glad to be a part of it. Glad to have my name attached to this and the support that we have for it. So that's a wrap here in Kentucky.